In recent times, real estate fraud has taken a sharp upturn, primarily due to the tight market conditions. High interest rates and low transaction volume have created a fertile ground for fraudsters to exploit. In the second quarter of 2022, property fraud risk increased by a staggering 23% compared to the previous year. Wire fraud, title fraud, you name it, these scams are on the rise. Transactions bearing potential signs of fraud risk reached an all-time high in the last quarter of 2022. The surge in fraud is not only affecting home buyers, but also brokers and real estate lawyers. The cunning sophistication of scams has made it increasingly difficult for industry professionals to stay ahead of the curve. Experts are already predicting an increase in mortgage fraud in the coming years, a grim forecast indeed. Meanwhile, the digital realm is not faring any better. Digital grifters, exploiting the loneliness epidemic and the rise of online dating, are scamming people out of billions. In 2020, Americans lost a whopping $1.3 billion to romance scams. That's a 164% increase from the previous year. The COVID-19 pandemic has only exacerbated the problem. With people seeking companionship online and being more isolated than ever, the risk of falling prey to these scams has skyrocketed. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook have become hunting grounds for these digital predators. Loneliness and psychological vulnerabilities, such as depression and anxiety, have been identified as risk factors. The use of cryptocurrency has made it easier for scammers to receive payments, adding another layer of complexity and anonymity. In the midst of this, another scam that has been making headlines is the telephone scams originating from India. Crafty con artists, perfectly mimicking the accents and jargon of tech support or IRS agents, have been tricking people into voluntarily handing over their personal information or even hard-earned money. The scale of this issue is massive, and these scams have cost Americans millions of dollars, causing significant financial and emotional distress. The Indian government is taking steps to crack down on these illegal call centers, but the problem persists due to the sheer volume and craftiness of these operations. So, remember, always be wary of unsolicited calls asking for personal information or money. As we delve deeper into this menace, one of the most common tactics used by these Indian call centers is pretending to be representatives from big corporations like eBay, Microsoft, or even government agencies. They start by instilling fear, informing you that your account has been compromised or hacked. This is a clever psychological trick designed to put you in a state of panic, where you're more likely to make irrational decisions. Next, they offer a helping hand, promising to rectify the situation by providing a refund. This seemingly good gesture is nothing but a ploy to gain your trust and make you lower your guard. The final step in their devious plan involves asking you to download a particular application. You might think it's for processing the refund, but in reality, this app allows them to gain remote access to your phone or computer. Once they're in, they can steal your personal information, financial details, or even use your system for other illegal activities. This is a common tactic used by these scam call centers, so be wary of such calls. Always remember, legitimate entities will never ask for your personal details or for remote access to your devices over an unsolicited call. Stay informed, stay safe. Awareness and vigilance are key. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it could very well be the shield that protects you from becoming the next victim.